Tonight's episode is brought to you by the Be Real Podcast Network. For more episodes like this, go to BREELnetwork.com. Enjoy the show.
Jedi are dead. And Vader fucking knows. He didn't see Yoda get killed. He didn't see Obi-Wan get killed. And he just, some lowly stormtrooper must have wasted them. They're done. No
I assume
he knows they're somewhere.
I assume that Vader assumes that Obi-Wan died of old age because he was an older guy. Like, he wasn't like old in the new trilogy, the prequel trilogy, I guess you would say. But yeah,
I don't know, man. I just feel that Yoda really dropped the ball. Like,
it's like I said, he put himself in exile. It's like he said himself in Return of the Sith. He put himself into exile. He put himself in exile because he wasn't worthy. He failed. He failed at defeating Emperor Palpatine. He failed at defeating him, and so he didn't consider himself worthy. I think that's part of the reason why he didn't want to train Luke. That's why he didn't want to train Luke in Empire, was because he was like, yeah, there was that whole thing was like, oh, he's too old, this and that and the other thing. I think he just didn't want to see another Jedi get killed. He didn't want to train a Jedi so that they just go off and get killed by Darth Vader, and he didn't want to have that, just another life on his conscience. Like, so many Jedi died underneath him.
I'm not a Jedi. I'm not a Jedi. But I'm from the school of thought that...
School of Hard Knocks.
If you take a butt whooping, then take a day. Tuck your tail between your legs, lick your wounds, go off to Dagobah for a day, and then recharge your batteries, and then you come out swinging. You come out stronger than ever. You go from all the way from the outer rim, clear across the galaxy, and you find anybody.
Scott.
I don't care if they have a score of 0 on the midichlorian count. I don't give a damn. You get anybody who's capable. You put a motherfucking lightsaber in their hand, and you train those sons of bitches. If they die, they die, to quote Ivan Drago. Because you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. Yoda's still kicking. Obi-Wan's still kicking. Then you get back to fucking work.
Scott, he was an old man. He had enough energy. Like, you saw him in Attack of the Clones. You saw him in You saw him in Return of the Sith, or was it Revenge of the Sith? You saw him in Revenge of the Sith. He could do like all those flips and shit like that with a lightsaber, but he was still an old man. He only had enough energy to do that for a little while, and he still had to walk with his cane. He was an old man. He didn't have the energy for that. Like, it's like, 20 years later when A New Hope happens in between those movies, and he's dying. He's dying. Like, he's an old-ass man.
He's been alive for a 50, and he's still scoring goals in the NHL.
He's been alive for 1,000 years. He's seen 1,000 years of fighting. He's seen 1,000 years of Jedi dying under him. He's seen 1,000 years. At a certain point, when you fail to protect and you have that much of a loss, at some point you just say, I can't risk it anymore. I do not want another life on my conscience.
If you think that, then you lose. He's sitting there in a swamp in the Dagobah system.
At one point, he's a general, yes, but at another point, he's also a philosopher. And as a philosopher, he can't have that on his conscience. He doesn't want. At a certain point, as a philosopher, you have to think: is it better if I bring this person to war, only for them to die under my tutelage, or is it better to give them the chance at life so that maybe they can make something of themselves?
Luke does the same exact thing in The Force Awakens. He goes to some, Irish island, and he just, hanging out on Stonehenge on the water.
Yeah.
Jerking off, twiddling his thumbs.
It's basically the same thing happened. He failed. He blames himself for what Kylo Ren did. He blames himself for what Kylo Ren did to the new Jedi Order. And first of all, he blames himself because he didn't see it coming. And I think part of the reason why he blames himself is because Kylo Ren is family. He's blood related, so he didn't see it coming. He thought he could do something about it, and Kylo Ren destroys what he tried to create, and he figured, you know what, it might be better, like Luke is thinking, it might be better if just the Jedi Order dies. If the Jedi Order dies, and the Force just remains this omnipotent thing that some people might know about, but nobody can manipulate like that. Like it might be better if Kylo Ren let him be the last Sith and let that shit die off.
I think it's more of a spiritual thing. I think Yoda was hanging out on Dagobah because of the prophecy that there was going to be a last scion, a last Jedi, I hope, that was going to seek turn out to be Luke Skywalker. I feel like Luke maybe was emulating that, waiting for Rey, question mark?
I mean,
jury's still out on that.
I mean, the name of the new movie is The Last Jedi, so who knows what that... But
is the plural for Jedi? I think it is.
It is.
So, are there more than one? Is there going to be, like, a whole bunch of them?
That all factors in, do you count in the extended universe? Because I imagine in the extended universe, there's at least a couple other Jedi kicking around there. Like, they're old as fuck. They're old as dirt. But...
Like who?
I don't know.
From Force Awakens. You mean like Luke is not the last Jedi?
It could be. For all we know, there could be another... Obi-Wan... First of all, not all the Jedi were killed in Order 66. They weren't all killed. We just saw the ones that were killed. There were ones that made it out of that order from the Emperor. So they're like... Don't you get
a taste of that in Star Wars Rebels?
I never saw Star Wars Rebels.
I think they give you a taste of that. Yeah.
So there are other Jedi that are kicking around there, kind of like Obi-Wan, just off on some planet. Like, look, I'm just doing my thing. There was the game, Star Wars.
Battlefronts.
Not Battlefront. It was the one where you played as a
Unleashed.
Force Unleashed, where the character you play was the son of an old Jedi. And Darth Vader hunted him down and killed him, and then you are the child that was the son of that Jedi, and Darth Vader essentially raises you in secret to be his hand as a Sith. Because Darth Vader has his own little plot where it's like, I'm going to kill the Emperor and take over, or whatever kind of bullshit. Some stupid shit like that. It was dumb. It was fun, but it was dumb. But, like, you talk about, like, Yoda was waiting for, like, the chosen one, the one that was going to bring balance to force. Well, that was still Anakin Skywalker.
No, it wasn't.
In the end, he killed the Emperor. Luke had no power over the Emperor. You saw that shit in Return of the Jedi. He had zero power. Zero power. The Emperor was going to knock his ass flat. It was Vader that killed him.
I see what you're saying.
Vader was the one that killed him.
I would go so far to say, okay, but maybe it's just the Skywalker lineage in general. I mean, you couldn't have done it without Luke. I mean, he was the voice. He was the angel on Vader's shoulder.
Vader, if you go back to the prequel trilogies too, Vader had so many opportunities to kill the Emperor. It was just this one opportunity that he took to do it. He had the opportunity whenever
because of Luke.
But yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. He was the only Jedi really to have that opportunity to stick a fucking lightsaber up his neck or whatever and chop his head off. Like, he was the only one of them that do that. Like, Samuel L. Jackson for a short period had that opportunity, but Anakin distracted him, and then and I mean, did he die? We don't know if Samuel L. Jackson actually died.
Don't try to tell me Mace Windu is still somewhere.
He could be. He can come back in Episode 8. No, he won't. But who knows?
I still think Yoda's a bitch.
Yoda ain't no bitch. You know what I do want to know, though? Who trained Yoda? Like, Yoda's a master Jedi. Who's the one that trained him? Like, that dude's got to be a baller. Right? Right?
Well, at least a shot caller. Are you recording?
I am.
Oh, hey, everybody.
We've been doing it. I had to start. We go on these tangents where we're in between shows or in between what we're doing. We start talking about stuff and we ruin it by not doing it when we're recording. So sometimes I will just hit the record button and be like, let's just bullshit.
How you doing, Adam? Better this week?
Pretty good.
Good.
I'm doing and not too bad.
Good. Awesome.
How you doing? You had a rough. You seemed like you needed to vent last week. So
yeah, I'm good. I am ready to do this show. I'm ready to kickstart it.
Hell yeah.
kick started. So what we got? Beer of the show?
Beer of the
Let's do
show.
it.
Let's get in the beer of the show.
We got Guinness, my friend. Guinness Extra Stout. Yeah. Let me see here. I had it pulled up here because I've never had the extra stout. I actually like Guinness, the original Guinness, like Guinness Draft. And for the longest time, I remember you could only find Guinness on tap at places. And then more recently, they had the draft bottles. So this is Guinness Extra Stout. I don't know. Let's give it a taste and see what you think. I know you're not a fan of darker beers, but I figured
I'm willing to give everything a try.
St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, so we're going to do Guinness Extra Stout as our beer of the show.
Why don't you lead the charge?
I like it. I'll tell you how I feel. Stouts are not my favorites. I prefer more of a porter, but stouts are okay. I think it's got a little bit hint of coffee, maybe to give it the coloring. Yeah, let me try it again here. But it's good. It's a solid wintertime beer. I've seen people who like Guinness can throw down some Guinness.
Oh, yeah?
Like it ain't a thing. I have a friend who, he'd get a pint glass of Guinness. Regular Guinness, traditional. And it leaves those little, like, foamy rings.
Yeah.
He could drink an entire... He was an Irish kid, so that helped. He would drink the entire pint and leave 3 rings on the cup. So meaning in 3 gulps, he'd finish a 16-ounce Guinness.
Damn.
Impressive. So I couldn't do that because it's more of a thicker... It's a full-bodied stout. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5, Adam. It's good if you're somebody who likes it. It's just not my cup of tea.
Right.
I like a little lighter. I prefer a summer beer to a winter beer. I do. I always have. But British people love it. So.
I like it. I enjoy it. It's a good beer. It doesn't really have that wow factor that I would normally see from a beer, but it's still like a really good beer. Like it's darker than what we had last week. It doesn't really sit at the bottom of my stomach for the most part though. Like it's darker, but it's not too dark and heavy. On the first smell, when I first smelled it, I was like, oh, this is going to be on this day, it's going to be okay. But then I tasted it. It tastes, I don't know how this works, but it seems like it tastes different than it smells. Which I know is like 2 completely different concepts, but that's kind of what it seems like. Like I said, there's no like big wow factor or anything. It's a Guinness. So, I'd give it a 3.5. Give it 3.5. Okay. It's a good beer. It's a good, solid beer.
That's a good score. You actually gave it a higher score than I did.
I did.
That's a rarity.
It is a high rarity.
You have to remember that next time you go to the bar. Guinness. You're a Guinness man, Adam.
I'll give Guinness a go.
Good. I'm proud of you.
Wood Guinness.
All right. So Guinness beer. Hey, St. Patrick's Day is coming up.
It is.
Do you like St. Patrick's Day?
I don't usually care. Like it's not one of those things I've never gone out to the bar for St. Patrick's Day. I've never celebrated. I've never worn green. I'm not Irish, so I'm just kind of like, it's whatever.
I'm not Irish either, but I'm Irish on St. Patrick's Day, motherfucker. You better believe it. Yeah, I used to work at a bar for a really long time, a local, really popular restaurant bar that was an Irish place, and they do it huge for St. Patrick's Day.
Huge.
So I was always
huge.
Forced to wear green head to toe, real tacky, go overboard, and so I like it. They give you a half-gallon milk carton filled with green beer. You eat green eggs and ham in the morning. You start drinking at like 6 a.m. You're there all day.
You mean like what the Irish do every day?
Yeah. So I enjoy St. Patrick's Day. So maybe I'll have to take your ass there.
I'll go. I will party
We'll do
all
it.
day.
We'll do it. So, I was reading something, Adam. And I asked your opinion on this. Somebody I came across social media. And what it said was, name a movie, or several movies in our case, that you have watched 5 times or more that you are still entertained by. That got me thinking, my friend. It really got me thinking. There are several movies out there that I can just watch every time I put them on.
Yeah, I've got a few of those.
I mean, we don't have to go in much detail about the movies, but I just wanted to talk about this briefly and rattle off some of these films that, like, are our favorite films that we love, films that are just so entertaining. Like, for example, I'm more of a channel surfer than you are. I'll flip through the channels, I'll go to my guide, and if I see that one of these movies just happens to be on TV, I don't care if I own it on DVD, Blu-ray, I'm putting it on and I'm watching it. Just can recite every line from it, just a movie that I absolutely love. So, I told you to make a list of movies that are just great for you, that you just are entertained by, whether it's the 6th time you've seen it, or whether it's the 206th time you've seen it. What do you got on your list for me, Adam? You go first.
When I was making this list, I thought about it. I was a real thinker. I decided I didn't want to put the expected movies on there. Like, there's a lot of movies, like, from our top 10 movies list, you know, favorite movies, things like that, where you could probably assume, oh, he's going to put this on this list, he's going to put that on his list. So I try to stay away from the Star Wars and the Indiana Jones and the Back to the Futures and stuff. I try to stay away from those because, you know, everybody knows it's going to be one of my favorites. So I try to go obscure with it. Try to get out there a little bit. I might have talked about it before, but it's not something we always talk about. First movie that came to mind, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That is an entertaining as shit movie. Mm-hmm. I've watched it so many times since my childhood all the way up to now. I think I watched it last year at some point, like this past year. Again. Love that movie. The combination of the cartoons and the live action, it's done how you would expect it to do for the time, but it's not done, like, poorly. Like, it's done pretty well. Avatar would be my next pick. One of my favorite movies ever. I think it was a sensation. I enjoyed it greatly. Here's a movie I don't know if you know about. It's called Dark City. I don't know if you've ever heard of that one. Dark City is this, I guess you could say, sci-fi mystery thriller kind of movie where this guy wakes up in this city and he wakes up, I think, if I remember correctly, what's going on is there's a dead body in his room, or I think he's in a hotel or whatever. It's been a while since I've seen it. I actually thought about it. I got to watch it again. But when he goes to, like, figure out what's going on, he goes outside the city and everybody's sleeping. And then on cue, almost like on clockwork, everybody wakes up and they start moving again. He's trying to figure out, like, what the fuck is going on. The overarching story is these aliens kidnapped this city of people. And they've been doing, like, experiments on them, like, switching their lives around. They've been, you know, you're this one day, you're a cab driver this day. Tomorrow we're going to put new memories into you, and you're going to be a rich debutante or whatever. And
wow, that sounds interesting.
It seems a bit indie-ish, but it's an extremely fascinating movie. And then there's, because this person woke up in the middle of happening, like, he's got these special abilities of these aliens. Like, there's a lot of telepathy and telekinesis that these aliens have, and now all of a sudden he has it. And it's just this big, like, ride where it's like he's trying to figure out, like, what's going on, like, where's the real people, like, what do these beings want and shit. It's an interesting film. I'll put it that way. Fifth Element is on my list, of course. Good one. Great fucking movie.
Yeah,
great movie.
I like that movie a lot.
Life Aquatic. I love me a bit of Life Aquatic. I could watch that movie a lot.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. I've seen that movie many times since it came out on DVD, and it's entertaining every time. It never gets old.
I'm very excited for the sequel.
Me too. It looks amazing. Like, I actually like Baby Groot. I'll say that. I'm a Baby Groot guy. I enjoy him. You're shaking your head now.
I just don't know yet. I liked Groot a lot, the way he was before.
Now he's this adorable little
Yeah,
sprout.
I don't need that. I want big badass. But whatever. We'll see. It could be good. I don't want to judge.
Armageddon. Great movie. Entertaining every time. The Crow. You remember The Crow?
Oh, yeah. Brandon Lee?
Yeah. That is a... I think that's I don't want to say it's an underrated movie because I think everybody that knows about it...
It's a cult classic.
Like, loves it. But I think there's not enough people that know about that movie. The sequels are garbage.
Well, the sequels are garbage because he died making the original Crow.
Well, I don't think...
Which is such a, like...
He was never meant to... Well, even if he didn't die, I don't think he was ever meant to continue the sequels. The idea of the Crow is it's meant to be a different person every time dealing with different things. So...
It's crazy the way he died. Like, making
it is.
That film. That's a killer story, literally and figuratively.
It's a terrible joke, but okay.
Sorry.
Anything Mel Brooks ever just does.
You do love yourself some Mel Brooks.
It doesn't matter what he does. Anything he does, I'll watch it again and again and again. This is a movie we love. Judge Dredd.
Oh, yeah. The original?
The original Judge Dredd. I could watch that movie time and time again and it'll be fine. In the same vein, Demolition Man. Mm-hmm. Demolition Man, I could watch it over and over and over again.
You do love yourself some campy 90s action films.
A little bit of campy 90s action. I love it. Running Man is in the same vein.
Yep, you love that.
Schwarzenegger, amazing in that movie. Not a great actor by himself, but, give him something good and, it'll be entertaining.
He's come a long way.
Yes. The Lord of the Rings films. I enjoy those, The Matrix, the first Matrix, amazing film. The Rock, Nick Cage. Nick Cage and Sean Connery team up. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a very quotable movie.
They never liked each other in that movie either. Like, I don't mean like the actors, like the characters in the movie. For the most part, they didn't like each other for the most part.
They weren't supposed to, but at the end, it was kind of like a...
Oh, you!
You silly bastard, you.
Here's one. Batman the movie. Adam West is what I'm talking about.
Okay, I was unsure.
Yeah, Adam West, Batman the movie. That is an entertaining, campy Batman kind of flick.
Is that the one with the helicopter and the shark repellent? Yeah, I used to own that on VHS.
It's on Netflix right now.
Is it?
Like it's. I was perusing Netflix and I was like, I love that movie. Nightmare Before Christmas. Love me some little bit of Tim Burton. Not too much, just a tad. Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Oh, really?
That is a freaking hilarious movie. I gotta watch that all the time.
I thought you'd have more Kevin Smith on your list than...
Well, you would expect me to have more Kevin Smith. That's why I didn't put him on the list.
Yeah.
Just like you would expect me to have Star Wars, obviously, like Terminator. You would expect me to have that. So that's why I didn't put so much of that on the list. I try to be obscure. Super Troopers.
Oh, okay.
Super Troopers. Great, hilarious movie. Can't get enough of it.
I like it. I think maybe it was a little bit overrated. Personally, I like the movie. It's not one that I would Scott, always want to watch.
You'd be wrong. So I'm just saying, you'd be wrong.
Okay.
The Naked Gun series.
Any of them?
All three of them. The first one's obviously better than the rest of them, but I could watch all of them.
I like your list, my friend.
It is. Like I said, try to be a little different. Last on my list, a bit of a stretch, but Tommy Boy. Okay. Tommy Boy. I could watch that movie over and over and over again. That was my quick little list.
Okay, so unlike you, I compiled my list and I did do The Usual Suspects. Not the movie The Usual Suspects, although I thought about that one because that's a great movie, but I put my all-time favorites on here. So, my first one is I put all three Indiana Jones movies sans Crystal Skulls.
Obviously.
Because I love Temple of Doom, I love Raiders of the Lost Ark, I love Last Crusade. I do not care for Crystal Skulls. We've talked about it numerous times, in nauseam on this show. If I'm flipping through the channels and any of the 3 original ones are on, I'm watching them. Crystal Skulls, I'm changing it. So, I have next Jurassic Park, the original. I love that movie. I do not care for Jurassic Park 2 Lost World or Jurassic Park 3. I really like the 4th one, Jurassic World. I own it, but I don't think I've seen it 5 times yet. And to make the criteria for this movie, you have to have seen it at least 5 times.
Exactly.
So Jurassic Park is on the list. Next I have Back to the Future, all 3 parts. Great films. I watch them every time they're on. I have Ghostbusters from 1985, the original, not the remake, not the reboot, but the original. I did put Star Wars on my list, Adam.
You did?
But I put the original trilogy only, the only trilogy that matters, meaning...
With 5 explanation points.
Yes, so basically Episode 4, A New Hope, Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, Episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
So you're going to leave out The Force Awakens?
I haven't seen it 5 times yet.
No?
No, I have not seen it 5 times.
I think I've
yet.
seen that 5 times already, so...
No, I'm not going to
I watched it this past week again.
Okay, fair enough. It's not on my list yet. I like it, but I'll rather watch A New Hope, and it's like the same movie. Next on my list, I have Kevin Smith's Clerks. Always a movie that's great to watch. Love it.
Always.
Next, I have a couple movies, the Wes Anderson films, so I love Wes Anderson. I have The Royal Tenenbaums and The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, which was on your list.
Yes, it was.
Those are 2 movies by Wes Anderson that I adore. Both of them. They're hilarious. I own both of them. I've watched them 100 times over and over again. They're great. Next, I have The Big Lebowski, one of my favorites.
I figured that'd be on yours.
Yeah, every time that movie's on, I gotta watch it. Next, I have the original, not the sequel, the original Independence Day. In fact, I watch it every July 4th. I have to.
It's tradition. It's an American tradition.
It's a tradition I have to watch.
Enjoy it. Trump might get rid of that soon.
I have to watch Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum defeating aliens. Bill Pullman, let's give some respect to Bill Pullman, on our Independence Day every year. I have to watch that. I've got the original, and only the original, Jaws. Jaws is great. There's been so many sequels, and they've been good, but if the original Jaws is on, I'm leaving it on, I'm watching it. Next, I have Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. I liked some of the sequels, but never as much as the original. If that movie's on, I'm watching it, and I'm entertained by it, always. Next, I've got The Shawshank Redemption. That's a
like 10 out of 10 movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's one that I'll always watch, and there's so many details to that movie. You pick up new stuff every time you watch it. So I always rewatch that one. Next, I have a classic 80s film, The Princess Bride. Such a great, funny, quotable movie. I always watch that movie. Got Saving Private Ryan. Probably my favorite war movie. We might have to do our top 10 war movies in the future.
We talked about that before.
Yeah, I think I really like Saving Private Ryan a lot. It's a long movie. It's a long movie,
yeah.
but it's just a good watch. So I've got Braveheart. Really like Braveheart.
It's alright.
Mel Gibson, I know.
It's alright.
You're not a huge Mel Gibson fan.
Nah.
You like Lethal Weapon. Don't
It's
you?
alright.
Okay.
It's alright.
I thought you liked Lethal Weapon more.
It's okay.
I like Braveheart. Okay, here I got my list back. Great movie, a western. What are your thoughts on westerns?
Can do without.
I like westerns.
I can do without
and this
westerns.
is probably my favorite one.
The West is dirty. The Old West is dirty and disgusting and gross and sandy
Rough,
and
Adam.
yeah,
It's dingy and rough, and that's the
I'm
way
a
life.
I'm a dainty little feather.
I guess so. My little snowflake. Well, my sweet pumpkin, Tombstone is on my list. I love Tombstone. Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday. Great movie.
Missed out on that one.
Oh, you gotta watch that one. You gotta watch it 5 times. It'll make your list. Next, I've got our boy Nick Cage in a movie
Again.
a movie that comes on, and I always leave it on. National Treasure. National Treasure is a national treasure. It's such a fun movie. The sequel's good too, but the original is much better.
I'm not sure if... I mean, obviously it didn't make my list, but if I don't think I've seen that 5 times. I don't know if that would make my list if it did see it 5 times. It's okay, but it's a little full of itself, kind of with the whole Illuminati thing and like the conspiracy and the Knights Templar and all that shit. It's kind of a little full of itself.
I love history, and it has a little bit of Indiana Jones kind of aspects of it that I dig, but I love it. I love that movie. It's entertaining to me. Next I've got Good Will Hunting. Good Will Hunting's a great flick. It's powerful, I want to say. Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Robin Williams.
That's another Kevin Smith.
Yeah. How about this one? Silence of the Lambs. I really enjoy Silence of the Lambs. It's a movie I can watch 100 times.
That is one of those kind of psychological thrillers that like gets me. Like,
yeah, man.
Hannibal just came on, not the TV show, like the movie just came on Netflix recently, and I've been itching to watch that.
I've seen that movie. I have never watched the Hannibal TV series. I don't know much about that. Are you okay?
No, fine. I gotta show you a picture real quick. I was perusing. I was trying to look on Facebook for something real quick, and I saw our old buddy Michael Muha posted a picture. This is Donald Trump with one of his executive orders.
It says, Michael Muha to tie all of my ties. Or choose all of my ties, excuse me.
That's
yes, choose. You know...
I was looking for a video on here that I'd shared, but because I want to show it to you, but that got me real quick.
I guess so. Now, Muha's a spiffy dresser. He's an attorney, so he's got to wear the 3-piece suit to go to court.
Yeah.
He's a spiffy dresser, so that's actually an executive order from Donald Trump that I can get behind. So, good on you on that.
Definitely.
All right, back to my list, because I still got a ways to go on this thing. Next, I have 2 films back-to-back. I have National Lampoon's Vacation and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
You choose both.
Put both of them on there. Because I'll watch Christmas Vacation every holiday season. I'm going to watch it over and over again. And Vacation even more during the year. So, this one we just had this holiday. And this is one I got to watch every year on Groundhog Day. It's the Bill Murray classic Groundhog Day. Love it.
That little bastard said we have 6 more weeks of winter.
He
Little
did.
son of a bitch.
He did.
I'm gonna eat some groundhog steaks.
This is one actually just recently was on, and I came across it and left it on, and you and I talked about it. I have The Hunt for Red October.
That's right, yeah.
I that's on my list. It's a movie I'll always watch and always be entertained by. I got a couple sports movies in a row here.
You lost me.
Sports movies here. No, you might be okay with this. First one, I've got The Sandlot.
Nope.
You ever saw The Sandlot?
I think I've seen it once, maybe, but
Oh,
that's
so good. Next one, I have Mighty Ducks 2.
2 over 1.
2 over 1.
You put 2. No, we're gonna
Ducks,
fight, sir.
Mighty Ducks 1 is very good. Don't get me wrong.
We're gonna fight.
But Mighty Ducks 2, when they take on Iceland in the Junior Goodwill Games, fuck Gunnar Stahl, fuck that Sanderson asshole. Team USA, baby.
We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight this one. Like, seriously.
Next, I have Cool Runnings.
Okay.
You gotta like Cool
I
Runnings.
love me some Cool Runnings.
Oh, it's great.
Love me some Cool Runnings.
All right, those are my sports movies. Now I've got Ocean's 11.
I just recently watched Ocean's 12. I introduced it to my sister. Unfortunately, Ocean's 11 wasn't on Netflix. It was just Ocean's 12.
She had to do without the character development.
Yeah, it holds up. It's a good flick. I don't know about Ocean's 13. Speaking of Ocean's 11, though, did you hear they're doing a spin-off series or a spin-off movie called Ocean's 8?
What?
I'm not kidding. It's serious. I'm being
dead. No, I didn't hear this.
I'm being dead serious. Like, it is an all-female cast.
Really?
100% female. They're going Ghostbusters
Julia
with it.
Roberts in it?
Nope.
No?
Nope. I did not see her on IMDb. The first name on IMDb is Olivia Munn, names like Olivia Munn, Dakota Fanning, Anne Hathaway, Rihanna is supposed to be in it.
Okay. So it's going to be a
Mindy
heist.
Kaling. Yeah, it's going to be like
a heist movie, but with I kind of like it.
I don't.
So wait,
I don't.
Yeah, you sexist bastard.
No, here's
Get
why,
over yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna get back. We're gonna get back to your list here in a second, but here is why I don't like that. Why do we got to do it? If we're gonna do all female heist type movie, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Why do we got to do it as a spinoff? Why can't it just be its own original IP? Like, there's only one character from the original Ocean's trilogy that is rumored to make an appearance.
George Clooney?
No,
Yeah.
Matt Damon's character.
Linus.
And he's only rumored. It's not even confirmed. Like, it's going to be literally none of the other characters in this movie.
It's called Ocean's 8.
Yes.
And you're not even having Danny Ocean in it.
Exactly.
I would put George...
Not even fucking...
Brad Pitt?
No, what's her name?
Catherine Zeta-Jones?
No, we just named her, and I forgot her name. Julie Roberts. Not even Julie Roberts is in it. Not even her is in it. And you're going to call it... Make an original fucking movie! Make an original movie that has these same characters. I'm just saying. All it is just, pandering to the idea of like, hey, we like women too. We're not sexist. This is the thing. Like, if you're going to do that, make an original movie.
Listen, Hollywood feels really, really bad.
So make an original IP.
We had a presidential election where a very capable, very, very qualified woman
who
ran against a sexist...
Great.
She was that great,
Not
and she
that
ran
great.
against a sexist, misogynist pig who had zero qualifications.
Don't bring politics into
I'm
this
just
shit.
saying.
Don't.
You had one candidate that was a woman who was gonna do great, and you had a man.
She was gonna do mediocre.
Adam.
She was gonna do mediocre because
I want you to look left, look right, and look left again, and think about the shit we're in right now. Do you think for 1 minute we'd be in the same shit?
I think she would have done better than Trump, but I think she would have just done mediocre because I think she would have been more middle of the road. I don't want to do anything. I just want to get my presidency through. I don't think she would have been as left as, like, for example, Obama was. Obama was pretty far left for the most part. I don't think she would have done all that. I think she was more middle of the road. Like, I just want to make everybody happy kind of person. So
it's like,
but don't bring politics into this. If you're gonna have a strong female cast, can you make it an original fucking movie and not try to spin off the success of another series?
It's like what I on South Park.
It's like with Ghostbusters. Can you make an original comedy with women that isn't trying to spin off and play off the ideas of another series?
Did you watch the last season of South Park?
I watched part of it, not all of it.
It was the first season that I think that has. You had to watch each episode.
Yeah.
All tied. The old South Park was each episode stood alone. Like
for the most part, yeah.
This one did not do that. It was a whole season.
They were trying to make a statement. That's what they were trying to do.
And it was an ongoing joke. And Randy brought it up so many times. It was like, women should be empowered. Women are great. Women can do anything. Women can do anything, Adam, except be president. They can't do that, but they can do anything else if they want. It was really funny, but
Anyway, that was my Ocean's spin-off. Like, that was my thing.
Do you like Ocean's 11?
I do like it.
I like it
It's
a
a good
lot.
movie.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Okay. Sticking with George Clooney, then, my next film is one that I love. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? You don't like that movie?
It's all right.
Oh, it's so good. It's
all right.
so good.
Haven't seen it 5 times, so...
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it dozens of times. It's one that I'll always watch. This one I just watched again recently. Always love it. Hook. Hook. Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman. Ah, great film. Here's one I'm surprised you didn't have. I put Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I haven't seen it 5 times.
You haven't seen it 5 times?
No,
Oh,
I've seen it 5 times.
I've definitely seen it 5 times.
So that might have made it if I had, yeah, but no.
I've got Mel Brooks' Blazing Saddles on my list. Got Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction.
I thought about that, but I thought that would have been too Adam if I would have put that on my list.
That's not Adam enough. I've got Friday. Ice Cube, Chris Tucker, the original.
You got knocked the fuck out!
That's such a good movie. Such a quotable movie. Oh, next I've got Goonies. Goonies is such a classic. I love it. It's such a feel-good movie at the end. Love me some Goonies. Next, here we go. I've got Terminator 2.
The Germinator.
Terminator 2 better than Terminator 1.
Yes.
Terminator 2.
Yes. Terminator 2
Judgment Day.
Is dun 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 dun.
Robert Patrick is the T-1000. He does a really nice job.
I still
like
love the
him.
cameo he made in Wayne's World. Excuse me. Have you seen this boy? Like, that was great.
Here's one you're going to give me the stink eye for, but just, okay, so maybe a guilty pleasure, but I've seen this way more than 5 times, and if it's ever on TV, I leave it on for one specific reason, and my movie is Snakes on a Plane. Okay, let me
I'm
tell
not
you.
going to give you the stink eye for that one.
You're
I
not-
get it. I get it.
You get why I love
get it. I understand.
And I know, I take it for what it is. Not a good movie, but I love Snakes on a Plane. And when it's on TV, I especially want to watch it because I want to hear the line said as monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane, whereas my Blu-ray copy uses the swear words. So I have one that you said. I have The Rock on my list.
Yeah, boy.
Nick Cage. Yes, very, very good. Okay, here's one that I'm surprised you didn't have. Starship Troopers.
That should have made my list.
should've
I
made your list.
didn't think of it. It should have made my list. It should have
This
made the
movie
list.
makes my dick hard. I just I love this
Oh my
movie. I love Starship Troopers. Everything about it. It's such a great, great film. Another one that you said, I have Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Great classic.
It's on my list. And we're getting to the end here. I have Beetlejuice. I have Billy Madison. I always liked Billy Madison.
I always liked it too. I think my Adam Sandler tolerance has, hit its head. So
I agree. I don't love the Adam Sandler films as much as some people did, but when this movie first came out and I was young in the 90s, I loved it. So I've seen it more than 5 times. And
so have I.
Yeah. All right, I've got another Kevin Smith film, Mallrats. Mallrats made my list. And last, I have Gladiator. Really like
That's a good movie. That is a good
Joaquin
movie.
Phoenix is such a great villain in that movie.
That might have made my list. I don't think I've seen that 5 times.
Oh, I
though.
have, yes. So that's my list, bro. That's movies, and there's probably more that I'd add to it.
Oh, there's ridiculous amounts of movies. Like I was actually concerned about having such a high list, but I'm really glad that your list is bigger than mine.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel better now.
And I know there's some I'm forgetting. We're gonna stop this podcast, and I'm gonna think of one. I'm gonna be like, oh shit, I love that film. Seen it 5 times. Entertains me every time I watch it. If it's ever on, I'm gonna leave it on. So why don't you send us your list? And it can be a list of 1. It can be a list of 1,000. We don't give a damn. but send us your list of movies that you have seen more than five times or more, and every time you watch it, you are entertained by it. Because there's some movies that you've seen a couple times and you're like, I've seen this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch it again. I get that way with some Marvel movies.
Yeah. Like, I was really happy with some of the more recent ones. Like, I was really happy with Doctor Strange because it seemed like a different kind of Marvel movie for the most part, but they're all kind of the same. They're all entertaining, and I love them all, but I don't think I could watch, like, I could never marathon them. Never could marathon them.
I'm going to use an example as the Captain America films. Captain America the First Avenger, Captain America the Winter Soldier, and Captain America Civil War. Especially Winter Soldier, because I loved Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I felt like it was almost like its own movie. Like, it didn't even have to be a superhero movie. Like, it could have been like
a war movie, just a
yeah,
regular
a war movie,
yeah.
or like a spy movie or an action film. Like, it could have been its own thing. And Civil War was kind of like Avengers 2.5.
Pretty much.
You know?
It should have been Avengers.
Yeah.
Like...
So those movies, though, those three, I feel like I've seen them. I know what happens.
Yeah.
It's cool. I enjoyed it. I was entertained. I don't think I want to see it again. Like, I don't need to. That's just how I feel about those. So, let us know. You guys send us an email, foryourdistraction@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook. Find us on Twitter. Send us a message. Let us know what movies would be on your list.
You, sir, are a candlephile, aren't you?
I do like candles.
You just brought a candle in here real quick, and you lit that bitch.
I wanted to light this candle. I've had it since Christmas. It was a gift. So it's a smell, Adam, that I love that you probably just won't have the same effect on as me. But that's okay. I want to tell you what candle I just lit. It's the candle of the show.
The candle of the show.
The company is Dearly Loved. Candles by Dearly Loved. And it's called the Candles with Character. They're Disney-themed candles, Adam.
Oh,
you go to
shit.
dearlyloved.net. You can order your own. And there's so many different fragrances.
Did you specifically order this?
I got it as a gift.
Oh, okay.
From my sister-in-law. She got we had a whole bunch of them, the different ones. But this was mine. It is Pirates of the Caribbean scent.
Is it Curse of the Black Pearl at World's End? You know, is a specific one?
Not the movies, my friend.
Not the
movies? It doesn't smell like Johnny Depp.
Oh,
sweat.
It doesn't? No.
No. If you go to Disney, either Disney World or Disneyland, they have the ride Pirates of the Caribbean. And it's a boat ride. You're in a boat and you go down a little hill and it's a dark ride and you're going in the water and you see pirate ship. You see the whole like...
And you fight the Kraken and he's trying to eat you.
You
and
just watch it play out. The water that you are in has an aroma. And it is like heaven to me. I love riding that ride and just going... and smelling, and I got this candle, and it is the same.
I feel like that's one of those.
How they bottled it and put it into a candle, they're geniuses.
I feel like there's one of those things where like you have the flu, and it's when instead of putting Vicks vapor rub on your chest and shit like that, you're like, just take me to the ride, just take me to the Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, oh yeah, I'm done.
It would just like probably the nastiest fucking water on earth.
Like,
just think
of how much gum has been spit in that water.
Just think whatever else is in. But it has a scent, and it
how many Disney employees have had sex in that water because they're like, let's
oh no,
let's get dirty.
No, don't even.
Let's go to Tortuga.
I just puked and swallowed it. Oh, dude, that's foul. But this is a great candle. I'm very happy with it. So hopefully our studio smells like the ride. And you're going to hear me going, dead men tell no tale.
That's the thing. How much sex do you think has happened at Disney World?
Shit all over the place.
Like,
dude.
I'm like not even just
Take
from
a
just
black light to like Tom Sawyer's Island or the Swiss Family Treehouse. You're gonna be surprised.
like I'm trying to think of that real quick because that's got my brain gears working now. Like, how many employees have just had sex like in like the dressing room or like, hey, like whatever. Like, what if you walked in on a Mickey and Minnie Mouse having sex, and they're in costume, but they're just kind of going at it a little bit because they're like, it's in between breaks, and they're like, I want to get one in real quick. So
a lot of the cast members there are college students doing internships, so they're fucking horny college kids.
seeing Snow White going down on Prince Charming
Dude,
or
they're
something.
definitely trying to get it in. Let's be honest, they're trying to get the tip wet, and everybody's trying. So, man,
that would talk about like a childhood ruin if you're a child and you walk in on something like that.
I mean, where in the world could you see dopey fucking Princess Jasmine?
That's an untapped fountain that Disney needs to fucking go for. That's an untapped fountain, man. Like the X-rated Disney is what it needs to be. Like, for the adults. I'm
sure it's a thing. I'm sure. Go to Pornhub and search it. I guarantee it's there. Might be Asian, but it's there.
Listen, all right, Disney's all about making money. Disney's all about making money. All right, that's like the untapped thing. Like in the great wide world of Disney, they have those like hotels and shit like that in there. The kids get their own room, the parents get their own room, and all of a sudden Disney's got the special channels on their TV. Those X-rated ones, those ones you don't want to see coming up on a credit card receipt, but boy, are they're enjoyable, I guess, would be the term.
Well, I don't know if Disney has X-rated channels. I don't think it's that kind of hotel. You can watch the Disney Tips channel with Stacy, and I mean, if you squint, you might be able to beat off to that. But that's a Disney joke. I'm sorry, it went right over your head.
It did go over my head.
Anyway, so we're gonna just enjoy the aroma of Pirates of the Caribbean while we
sweaty, dirty aroma.
We continue with the show.
Scott, did you see the new Logan trailer?
Yeah, we've talked about it on the show before. Yeah,
did you? Did we? I can't remember.
Yeah, we did.
Briefly. Did we talk about how apparently, according to Hugh Jackman's himself, according to his own words in an interview, the new Logan movie is supposed to be taking place in an alternate universe?
I did know that.
It's not supposed to be taking place in the normal X-Men timeline. It's basically the Old Man Logan comic book, because the actual comic book, which I recently started reading as of like tonight, because I was like, it looks really good and I want to read it, and I'm like 5 pages in and I'm like, I'm really glad I made this purchase. Apparently that takes place in an alternate universe in the X-Men universe, which, as far as comic books are concerned, it's like that's like a staple of comic books. That's how they do. They always tell those alternate stories. How do you feel about Old Man Logan movie taking place in an alternate universe of the X-Men movieverse?
I don't like it. I don't think it was necessary. I really don't. I think there's ways you could have done like the space-time continuum. I think they did a nice job with. You think back to the original X-Men movie, and then X2 and X-Men 3. They had their flaws. They really did. I enjoy them for what they are, but they had problems. Then they kind of, I don't want to say reboot, but in a sense they
retcon
did.
Themselves. Like,
in a sense, when they came out with First Class and Days of Futures Past and Apocalypse.
Apocalypse not that great.
No, but they were able to use that and tie it in. Remember how there was like Days of Futures Past, I should say. Days of Futures Past, when he like did the whole time traveling thing, when Logan did, and he like changed the past, so when he came back, all of a sudden everybody's fucking alive.
It's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Like Cyclops and Jean Grey and Professor Xavier, they're all fucking alive. Like, I like that. A lot of fans don't. But I enjoy that. I'm like, okay, so here we go. Now we're on a different timeline. It doesn't take away anything from X-Men X2 or X-Men 3, but it kind of has settled into what it is.
It's like, well, what they tried to do there was they tried to take the movies, the X1, 2, and 3, try to take the comic book and turn them into real good cinematic movies, and then they realized that people don't want real good cinematic movies. They want what's in the comic book, but they want it on their big screen. So they're like, okay, then we're going to have to do that, but we got to figure out a way to fix it. And that's how they did it. I don't have a problem with them doing Old Man Logan in an alternate universe, because what it means is they can do Old Man Logan. Hugh Jackman can have his last stand as Wolverine, because he's not going to do Wolverine or anything. Yeah. And in the other ones, and we can get this story with these characters. We can see the end of his reign while not seeing the end of the X-Men universe. We can still have the Dark Phoenix saga. We can still have all these other stories that these comic books have brought us without having to say, okay, but we've seen the end of it, so what does any of that matter? You know?
Honest, I don't want another Wolverine. I want Hugh Jackman to be Wolverine forever.
I don't think there's gonna be another one. There can't be.
There's
no way they can do another Wolverine.
Let's reflect on how
I think what it is they're just not gonna have Wolverine in any of the future movies. Is what it is.
It's hard to do because he's an important X-Man.
He's an important X-Man, but they're not gonna use. Also, they're not gonna use Patrick Stewart as Xavier in the future. I imagine they're gonna use what's his name, the other dude.
Yeah.
I imagine they're gonna go with those characters from now on in the future. Like that's what it's gonna be, is what I imagine. Like you say, like in Days of Future Past, we saw like at the end of it, all the Jean Grey and Scott are they're alive again. I guarantee that's the last time we see those actors doing that role, though. Like Patrick Stewart in the new Logan movie might be the last time he's going to do Xavier.
Oh, I imagine it is. It is. Well, we know that Jean Grey isn't going to be the original Jean Grey. It's Sansa Stark, which.
Better pick.
I'll watch her in anything. I mean, Rebecca Romaine Stamos is very, very attractive, but she's getting up there in age. Jennifer Lawrence is the right pick for that. I mean, you got to give the younger people what they want. And that's what they want. I'm sad to say, but I don't want another Wolverine. Any other person I feel can be replaced. But not Wolverine, not Logan. He is Hugh Jackman, and he will always be Hugh Jackman. You can't replace Iron Man. You can't. Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. You can replace Spider-Man till you're blue in the face. You can replace the Hulk 10 times, and they don't even care about it. But you cannot replace Iron Man and Wolverine.
Exactly.
Can't do it. I just don't know. You keep referring it to as Old Man Logan, and
well, that's the name of the comic. That's why I do it. So.
I understand, and I've never read the Old Man Logan comics, but I'm familiar with it. A friend of mine, who's a big comic book guy, he read them, and we were talking about the Logan trailer, and I mistakenly referred to it as Old Man Logan, and he had to explain to me. He's like, yes, it's loosely based upon that idea, but they're calling it Logan because it's going to be different than the Old Man Logan comics, because the Hulk, Bruce Banner, or the Hulk lineage, if you will, plays a big, big role in the comics. As you know, Hulk is property of Marvel Cinematic Universe, owned by the Walt Disney Corporation, whereas X-Men and all their properties are owned by 20th Century Fox. So even though they're both Marvel, you got to split when it comes to the big screen, and you're not going to get crossovers from them. So as much as you want to do an Old Man Logan, you would need to have the Hulk involved, and you can't do that, because Disney owns that property, where Fox owns the X-Men. So they're changing the story quite a bit. It's just going to be the whole idea from Old Man Logan that Wolverine isn't so much an immortal like we think he is.
Yeah.
He just can regenerate and heal himself, but he does age. Over hundreds upon hundreds and hundreds of years, he just ages very, very slow. So that's how eventually, after a long period of time, he will become an old man.
Exactly.
Have you read the comics?
As I said before, I just started reading Old Man Logan. Before I came here, I was on my tablet and I was like, you know what? Let me go check out this book, and I got a free sample on my tablet, and I read a couple pages, and immediately I was like, I got to read this book. Like, this book is just from what they're talking about, what they're saying. I'm like, I got to read it, and I'm like 6, 7, 8 pages into this book, really, and I'm like hooked. Like, I've hit the point where it's like, you know, you see blind Hawkeye, and you know he's giving Logan a job, and you see the Banner grandchildren or the Banner children or whatever it is, and they're the Hulks, and they're flying in on the old Fantastic Four ship that they used to have, that they've commandeered ever since they, I'm assuming, are dead, because everybody's fucking dead in that universe. And they're fucking hillbillies, so it's entertaining as shit. Like, I am a big fan of it so far. Like, honestly, when I get home, after we record this, when I go to bed, I'm going to pop up my tab and I'll be like, you know what, I'm going to read a few more pages before I fall asleep. Like, it is really good.
Yeah. I'm curious to know...
The artwork is amazing, too.
Yeah.
Like, it's so incredibly detailed.
I'm curious to know, because X-Men is so in-depth, and they've been... There's so much. We've talked about it before on the show, but a podcast that you and I both enjoy thoroughly is Rachel and Miles Explain X-Men.
Which I haven't listened to in a long time.
I have taken a hiatus also, but I need to find out if they explain Old Man Logan.
That's got to be one of the things they're getting to. Like,
it's got to be, especially now with the movie coming out and all this stuff. I mean, mainly they're just going off of... See, I started the podcast very late, so I went backlogged and like tried to catch up, and there's so much information there. It was almost like an overload that I got burned out and had to stop. But I really enjoy the X-Men. I liked the cartoons in the 90s when we were kids, but other than that, I haven't been indulged into this world as much as I'd like to be.
Honestly, when I was listening to their show, it almost felt like I was basically listening to like an audio version of the comic books.
That's why I liked it so much.
Because I could get caught up on things like, okay, I don't have to read this comic book now. Like, I'd like to at some point, but I don't have to do it now because they've explained it so well.
So well.
Hence the name, Explain the X-Men. They've explained it. They went into so much depth with it that it's like, I know the story. I know it.
Yeah. It's a good show. I totally recommend it to our listeners. If there's somebody who's like, oh, you know, I like the X-Men. I'd like to get back into some storyline. I just feel so out of the loop. It's a good way to get caught up. It really is. It truly is. So you think... You'll have to let me know. You'll have to come back on the show, Adam, once you've finished the Old Man Logan.
I imagine before we record next, I'm going to have it done. I imagine that. So
you'll have to give us a review of that. That sounds very entertaining, and I'm looking forward to the movie. And I'm sad to see Hugh Jackman leave that character behind, because he's done such a fantastic job. He's great. He's great.
I'm not an actor, but I can't understand why some people that do such a great job with a certain role or character, they want to say, well, I'm done with that character. I don't want to do it anymore.
Well, I can't
Robert Downey Jr. was like, I'm done with Iron Man. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to, be Iron Man anymore. But what happened? Obviously, he went back to it. But it's like
Disney threw Disney money at him, and he's still doing it.
But it seems like those kind of roles, to me at least, seem like such fun roles to play. And if they're doing it for so long, like if they didn't like the role, they would have done it like in one movie, and they're like, oh, I'm done with that. I'm moving on to something else. But since they did it for so many movies, I imagine they must like the character at least enough to do them. So that's why I'm like, I can't I mean, I guess there's a thing where it's like, I want to move on to bigger and better things, but you could still have done other movies while doing Wolverine. So it's like, I still don't understand that kind of mentality, I guess.
The first X-Men movie came out in 2000, 99, 2000. So Hugh Jackman has been playing this character for 20 years. Going on 20 years.
Almost.
That is a long, long time. I am not ever going to give Hugh Jackman a problem for wanting to leave that certain character. He's done such a great job for such a long time at it.
It's not that I'm giving him a problem with it. It's more that if you've done it for as long as you've said he's done it for, it's like I said, you must like the character, so then why give it up? Like, it's not like it's keeping him from doing other things. It's one of the things where, like, you like the character, keep being Wolverine for as long as you want to be Wolverine, or for as long as there's going to be X-Men movies, but do other things.
I mean, Robert Downey Jr.
And he's going to get oodles of fucking money for that shit, too.
Robert Downey Jr., I won't give him flack either. I mean, the first Iron Man movie came out in 2008. So he's been Iron Man for 10 years and has done a great job. Those are the two that have done a good job. They've stuck with it. They've done a great job, and we love them for it. I'm not going to give Hugh Jackman or Robert Downey Jr. any problems for this, for wanting to leave down the road. Think about all the other ones we've had that have just been a revolving door. I mean, it's Hollywood, man.
Batman, you say?
Batman is arguably the worst.
Yeah.
It's just Hollywood. You don't want to be. You want to be known as an actor, not as a character. And people get stereotyped. They get typecast as a certain role they've played.
It's at that point. It's too late for Hugh Jackman, though. It's
I
too
don't
late.
think so.
It's too late. He's
Hugh
always.
Jack-
It's like Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford was always going to be Han Solo. It's always going to be Han Solo playing this character.
Bullshit. Harrison
or
Ford,
Indiana Jones.
Okay. Harrison
Or
Ford has
Indiana
done
Jones.
so much.
It's going, but for the rest of time, it's going to be Harrison Ford is either Indiana Jones or Han Solo. He's typecast as those two which are basically the same fucking character. They're Indiana Jones and Han Solo are kind of the same fucking character. It's just a matter of Indiana Jones is like a teacher. Like, that's the only difference. They're both swashbuckling ladies' men that, love adventure.
Harrison Ford has been Han Solo. He's been Indiana Jones. He's been Jack Ryan. He's been President of the United States of America. He's been all these great roles.
He has been all those great roles, but he's always going to be known for playing as Han Solo and Indiana Jones for the rest of time. You can, like, for example, if you said, Harrison Ford as Jack Ryan, that's not something I see him as. Like, I don't see him as that. He's always going to be, if I ever see Harrison Ford in any future movie, I'd be like, there's fucking old man Han Solo. There's old Han Solo right there.
See, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that at all.
It's only because he's recognizable to me as that. That's what he's recognizable to me as that. So therefore, Hugh Jackman, I've seen him in many roles, but he's always going to be recognizable to me as Wolverine because that's what he's been the longest. And it's too late for that. It's too late.
And I think he's okay with that. But
you're saying you want to be an actor, you don't want to be a character. What I'm saying is it's kind of too late for Hugh Jackman. He's going to be known as the Wolverine. That's what he's going to be known as.
I mean, Hugh Jackman has done so much other than, but he's it's okay to be known as Wolverine, arguably your best role you've ever played. But we just recently talked, I think it was last week, we talked about the Prestige.
Yeah.
He was in that.
That was only one movie. That was one movie. It's not like he didn't do a Prestige 2.
He was in Les Mis.
But he didn't do a Prestige 2 where he was known as that character. Listen to me. What I'm saying is, I liked him in Prestige, and I loved him in Les Mis. Couldn't tell you the name of the character he played, though. Couldn't tell you the name of either of those characters.
But that's okay, because he's known...
But that's what I'm saying. I could never tell you the name of those characters he played in those movies, but I could certainly tell you that's Logan and Wolverine. That's Han Solo. That's Indiana fucking Jones.
We're all
Junior.
But we're also fanboys, if you think about that. I mean, Hugh Jackman was great in Les Mis. Russell Crowe was not.
No.
I mean, whatever. I just think Hugh Jackman has done many, many great things. I think he's a talented actor.
He has.
I think once he's done playing Wolverine, we will still see much more of him, and I'm glad to do it.
It's like it's gonna be like his Rosebud when he's on his deathbed, and his last words are gonna be Wolverine, and it's gonna be one of those.
He's okay with that. He's embraced the role. Several years ago now, didn't he host the Oscars? Or he might have not hosted, but he did a song. The song was like all about Wolverine. Like,
I have no idea. You're the Oscars guy, not me.
Yeah, I love they're coming up. I can't wait. Can't wait.
But that's fine, and that's fine.
You heard it here first. La La Land wins.
Of course, it's gonna win. It's the most artsy of artsy movies that has come out. Whether it's good or bad, it's gonna win because they only go for the artsy movies. They never go for anything else.
I think it's thinking outside the box.
Nope.
Listen, having a musical, new modern musical, I think is a really great idea. Give it a rest.
No, what I'm saying is, like, seriously, like, all those award shows are only ever going to go for their artsy movies.
I like Emma Stone. I like Ryan Gosling.
And I like them too. And I've never seen the movie. I have no idea whether it's good or bad.
I haven't yet either.
But
I'm going to see it.
Whether it's good or bad, it's going to get the award because it's the artsiest of the artsy movies that's come out this year. The artsiest. Hey,
it might not
and that's a problem to me. That's a problem to me. That tells me bullshit on those things.
Manchester by the Sea. Don't sleep on Manchester by the Sea with Casey Affleck. That is my dark horse. Manchester by the Sea. But I've been wrong in the past. Several years ago, I was dead fucking sure that Brokeback Mountain was the best picture of the year. And the movie Crash won. And I saw Crash. I liked Crash. But I liked Brokeback Mountain more. And when they gave the award to Crash, I was disappointed.
That's not my point.
I thought Ang Lee should have won.
That's not my point, though. That's not my point, though.
So you were talking about Oscars, and I go off on tangent. Okay.
No, I'm just saying that's not my point.
Can't wait for the Oscars.
It's going to win. It's the artsiest of the artsy movies. It's the most independent artsy movie that's come out, and that's why it's going to win. It's got nothing to do with quantity or content or whether it was good or not. It's artsy, so they're going to go for it.
You'd give the Oscar to Deadpool, so...
It would deserve it, but it would deserve it, but I wouldn't be the one to pick it because no. Anyway, great show.
Great show.
Great show. I will one-up you for the rest of time, sir. If you guys want to get a hold of For Your Distraction, if you guys want to tell us, would you prefer as Hugh Jackman staying as Wolverine? Would you typecast him as Wolverine? Would you typecast any of these characters as anything? Or would you say, I don't give a shit, just keep talking, I don't care, I'm going to drink my beer? Let us know. fordistraction@gmail.com. Search for us on Facebook and Twitter. Search For Your Distraction. Like our pages. Like our posts. Subscribe to us. Follow us. We love you guys to follow us. We keep track of that every single day. If you guys have an Apple iPhone, I'm assuming you're listening to us on SoundCloud. If you got an iPhone, it's easier on iTunes. Subscribe to us there. Leave us a like. Rate us. Comment on us. Let us know how well we're doing, how poorly we're doing. All that stuff. If you like the beer, suggestions for beer. You know, if you want to suggest to us a certain type of beer that you want us to drink, you know, let us try something. Let us know.
We got to get Adam a 5. It's going to happen.
A 5er at some point. We are a member of the Be Real Podcasting Network. Head over to BeRealNetwork.com. That's BREEL Network.com. We are a member of there. There's a bunch of other shows on there. Movie Guys Podcast, Basement Condition, Hey, I Like That Game. A good number of other shows that are on there, and they're continuing to grow. You can listen to us on there if you'd like.
All right, let's give a big thank you to the Guinness Extra Stout was the beer of the show.
It was a good beer.
Drank that shit up. And our candle of the show, can't forget that.
It's going to be a new thing. Candle of the show.
Candle of the show. This is the
Listen, my candle game is on point. So
dearlyloved.net. Go to DEARLYLOVED.net. You can order your very own Pirates of the Caribbean candle. You can get a Dole Whip candle. You can get a Space Mountain candle. You can fuck around with anything you want. That's our candle of the show. Adam. So get this. Hugh Jackman steps down as Wolverine. They decide to recast the character. Okay? Get ready for your mind to be blown. Okay. Female Wolverine. Female. How about, who would you put? Who would you put as a female?
I would put Jennifer Lawrence in anything.
But she's already in that.
But, I know, that's what I'm saying. But,
I got the answer. I know the answer. You ready for this? Kristen Stewart.
Boo!
Got her!
Boo!
Got her.
Boo, sir!
Kristen Stewart, new Wolverine.
Boo!
And Yoda sucks.